Hi, today we're looking at Patience is the Key for part of Shama's Mindful Meditation online program. Feel free to follow them on YouTube or Facebook. So, patience is the ability to wait calmly or find that calm place in the face of adversity or challenges. And I think that during the current situation, we're learning more about ourselves in terms of how we can cope and how patient we are. We've had to force to be in a situation where we have to learn to see how we can cope better. So, whilst we ride out these moments, getting more patience is a good way forward as we'll all come out the other side stronger and wishing there's light at the end of the tunnel. So, hopefully, we'll be out of the current situation we're in. People also who have a tendency to be more patient generally tend to have better relationships with others, feel less stressed and anxious, and achieve those goals. Impatience can bring on things like irritation, making rash decisions, being angry, frustrated, or impulsive, or having resentment or longing for something that makes them feel angry. And all these feelings can come together and create a difficult situation. So, let's look at the ways we can become more patient. So, number one, practicing mindfulness and practicing it regularly. Whether you enjoy mindfulness techniques like tapping into your senses or mindful breathing or exploring body scans or any mindful activities such as getting creative or walking, etc., trying to get into the habit of bringing in a mindful routine into your daily life. The practice itself involves paying attention to the moment you're in right now in the present and not being judgmental. That helps bring about patience. So, for example, you might be at home and hear your phone ping and start worrying about what text has come through or if an email's come through. You might start feeling a little stressed and overwhelmed, and you might start rushing around and worrying about what could be in that message and not being able to click off out of work hours, for instance. And you also might instead choose to notice your impatience and implement a more mindful approach. So, before you get out of the bed in the morning, why not place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest? And just connect your breath moving gently in and out of your body. And after engaging in this 5 minutes of mindful breathing, you'll notice your breathing slow down and turn, feel ready to get out of your bed. Another tip, letting go of I should be doing this kind of statements. So, should statements imply that something's not the way it's supposed to be, and that can at times cause us to become impatient. I'll give you an example. You might say, I should already have enough money to buy that car. That will make you feel more impatient. Or you might say something along the lines of, I should have completed my task by now. And that can make us feel impatient because we put high expectations on ourselves, and if we're unable to achieve it by a specific time frame, it can make us feel a little bit impatient. It's really important to notice what we're saying, the word should, and try and place it with something more helpful. Maybe something like, I'll save enough money to buy that car and will save each month. And that way, this gives you a schedule to get to your goal rather than getting stuck in that negative place. Another tip, this is really good and quick way of helping to cope with feelings of impatience or irritation. So taking slow and deep breaths can have a calming effect and provide a good buffer and assist letting go and those should do statements. It can give you clarity and allow you to just slowly process what's going on around you in the present moment. Practicing self-compassion, so that's very important too. Sometimes impatience can start from challenging scenarios that we encounter. Maybe like hearing from a doctor about your health or waiting for the results of a job interview or something that's very important to you. It can be helpful to notice when your impatience comes along from a challenging situation. So by putting ourselves down or beginning to criticize ourselves, we make mistakes or face challenges that we can cause ourselves unnecessary stress or tension. So we can actually benefit from practicing more self-compassion. Why? Because it gives us that ability to speak more kindly to ourselves. We actually are experts at criticising ourselves. We're good at telling ourselves what we're not good at. So it's about letting go and not giving ourselves such a hard time. Things won't always go how we want them. So showing ourselves a bit of compassion is really important. If we look at our personalities, we notice that some of us naturally move faster, we think faster, we walk fast. And if you're like this, it's a natural for you to be this way as it is for someone else to take their time slowly. So if you're a person who does everything more quickly, just take your time in life and slow down in terms of your thought and your well-being. And also another good thing is that patience brings about self-compassion towards our awareness of helping us to recognise and accept how important it is not to be so hard on ourselves. The more compassionate we are, the less resistant we are, and the more patient we are with ourselves and the situation around us. Allows us to be more open to every moment as it happens and without judgment, and allowing things to simply be. So, the next time you find yourself getting impatient with something you're doing, take some time to observe your feelings and the sensations that you feel in your body within that time. And remember, there's no right or wrong way of meditating or being mindful. Just allow it to be and go with the flow. And take an interest in who you are and your own well-being. And learning to be at peace with ourselves and feelings and sensations we experience is really important and is a key to patience. Reminding ourselves there is no need to be impatient with ourselves is a great way of being mindful toward our thoughts. This helps to counter the mind that is constantly criticising everything we do. To be patient is to be completely open to accepting each moment and accepting what is happening in the present moment, knowing that in time and practice you will find your own answers. For example, if you're making an oven roast, it takes time to cook. However tempting it might be to take it out of the oven, you'll probably lead to be disappointment. So practice patience with yourself. Why do we rush through life in order to get an opportunity quicker? Every moment is special and important, and things will happen when they're meant to happen. So we should try to step back and simply stop and be patient and see what happens. And change happens in its own time. So from today, why not try to criticise yourself less? And not let yourself feel that you're making slow progress, because everything has its time. And it's really important to appreciate how far you have come in life to this point right now. When we neglect practicing patience, we can find that life can come at us in a difficult way and make us expect more or receive less. And when the willingness to endure is nurtured, you may find that you get more out of life and can remain at peace even through those difficult moments. So with that, let's do a meditation for patience. So in your own time, if you'd like to take a moment to find a comfortable place and slowly close your eyes. Why not bring attention to your body and notice how your body feels in this moment? And releasing any tension you may experience from your head, neck and arms. And allowing any stress or tension to flow through you out of your hands and your fingers. Now relax those back muscles and release any tightness in your stomach. Just noticing how your legs begin to relax all the way down to your feet. Patience is a form of wisdom that you already possess, that belongs to you and you alone. Each time you practice waiting without expecting something to happen, you are growing a deeper understanding of how the world around you works and thrives. Having patience means being aware that life comes to you and everything occurs in the perfect timing. And as you lie there relaxing this moment all for yourself, reminding yourself you're calm, content, and patient. The skill of waiting is something that allows for your beauty to unfold and bloom right in front of you, for opportunities to appear through the channel of patience. Being patient doesn't mean making things happen any quicker. It only causes tension and affects the peace of your mind. And all you need to know is that the blessings or opportunities emerge when the timing is right. So, why worry and be impatient? It's all going to come to you in time. Now, I'd like to bring awareness to your breath. Breathing in slowly and deeply and counting in for 4. Then hold the breath for a few seconds and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Do this a few times. And continue breathing on your own as you count the inhalations and exhalations. Having patience whilst you breathe slowly and deeply, so take your time breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Do this a few more times. Breathing in, counting along, and breathing out and counting out. Now let go of the breath and just allow it to flow naturally to its own rhythm. Your patience belongs to you and helps you to believe, achieve and aspire to all your goals. Everything has its moment, and all you have to do is sit back, wait and enjoy the moment. It is important to understand the power of patience and the importance of having patience with others, those you love and care for, and those you work with and interact with. All you need to do right now is simply relax and switch that polarity around and relax. Now, in your own time, I'd like to take a deep breath in and gently bring your awareness to the present moment, to the room you're in, to your body, bringing with you a new appreciation for practicing patience. And in your own time, you'd like to slowly open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed today's session on realization of patience being the key to a positive outlook. Until next time.